of Pause 2S. Welcome to our journey through the fascinating world of supply chain analytics. Before we dive into the complexities and futuristic elements, let's start with a brief introduction about what supply chain analytics actually is. Supply chain analytics involves the use of data and quantitative methods to improve decision-making across the supply chain. It's about understanding patterns, predicting outcomes, and optimizing processes to make the entire system more efficient and effective. Imagine a vast network where every transaction, every movement is tracked and analyzed. This is the lifeblood of modern supply chains. Without analytics, managing this intricate web would be nearly impossible. Analytics acts as our guide, helping us navigate through the complexities and uncertainties. In the upcoming scenes, we'll explore how different types of supply chain analytics, descriptive, diagnostic, predictive, prescriptive, and cognitive, each provide a unique lens to view and understand the data flowing through our supply chains. So buckle up and get ready to see how these powerful tools help us predict and optimize every step of the process, turning what might seem like magic into a tangible, manageable system. Now, let's dive into Scene 2, Supply Chain, the sci-fi movie.
Sham, have you ever noticed how supply chains are like those complex systems you see in sci-fi movies? They're these vast, interconnected networks that seem almost otherworldly. They're these intricate networks with data flowing like spaceships in hyperspace, constantly moving and evolving. That's a unique way to put it, Ram. It's fascinating to think about how every piece of the puzzle fits together. But you're not entirely wrong. The complexity and the technology involved are indeed reminiscent of sci-fi. Supply chains are intricate and data is their lifeblood. Every transaction, every movement is tracked and analyzed. And just like in those sci-fi movies, we need special tools to make sense of it all. Without these tools, it would be impossible to manage. Is that where supply chain analytics comes in? It all seems so futuristic to me, almost like magic. The way we can predict and optimize every step of the process is incredible. It's not as complicated as you might think. Think of supply chain analytics as different lenses through which we can view and understand the data flowing through our supply chain. Each lens offers a unique perspective, helping us to see things more clearly and make better decisions. Okay, that makes it a little easier to visualize. So, what kind of lenses are we talking about here? Are we talking about different types of software or different analytical methods? How do these lenses help us in our day-to-day operations? The first lens is Descriptive Analytics. Think of it as a mirror reflecting past events in the supply chain. It tells us what happened, how often it happened, and where it happened. So it's like looking at our past performance, like reviewing sales figures from last quarter to see what sold well. Exactly. Descriptive Analytics helps us understand historical data, like sales trends, delivery times, or inventory levels. This helps us identify patterns and trends that might not be immediately obvious. That makes sense. But knowing the past is only half the battle, right? How do we use that information to improve things moving forward? That's where our second lens comes in. Diagnostic Analytics. Imagine a detective investigating a crime scene. They're looking for clues to understand why something happened. Diagnostic Analytics does the same thing for our supply chain. So if Descriptive Analytics tells us what happened, Diagnostic Analytics tells us why it happened. Precisely. Let's say there's a sudden drop in your inventory levels. Diagnostic Analytics helps investigate the reasons behind it. Maybe a delay in shipments from a specific supplier, or a sudden surge in demand due to an unexpected event. That's pretty impressive. Knowing what and why is helpful, but it would be even better if we could anticipate problems before they even occur. You're thinking like a true supply chain guru now, Ram? Your insights are spot on, and it's clear you're grasping the complexities of our field. And that brings us to our third lens. Predictive Analytics. This is where the magic happens, where data transforms into foresight. Think of this as our crystal ball, helping us anticipate future trends and potential disruptions. It's like peering into the future, giving us a strategic advantage. So instead of reacting to problems, we can proactively prepare for them. That sounds like a game changer for our operations. Exactly. By anticipating issues before they arise, we can mitigate risks and seize opportunities more effectively. Predictive analytics uses historical data, statistical algorithms, and machine learning to forecast future events. It's a blend of art and science, turning raw data into actionable insights. For example, it can predict future demand for a product, allowing us to optimize inventory levels and reduce waste. It can also anticipate potential delays in shipping routes due to weather patterns, helping us reroute and avoid costly disruptions. Or even forecast potential fluctuations in raw material prices, enabling us to make more informed purchasing decisions. Wow! That's like having a superpower. The ability to see what's coming and prepare accordingly is invaluable. But even with predictions, making the right decisions can be tricky. There's always an element of uncertainty. Is there a way to know the optimal course of action? How do we ensure we're making the best possible choices with the data we have? You're on a roll today, Ram, and you've just introduced our fourth lens, Prescriptive Analytics. Think of it as a GPS for your supply chain, guiding you towards the most efficient and profitable routes. So, it tells us what to do based on all the insights we've gathered. Precisely. Prescriptive Analytics takes all the data, insights and predictions from the previous lenses and uses optimization algorithms to recommend the best course of action. Should you increase production, reroute shipments, adjust your inventory levels? Prescriptive Analytics helps answer these questions. That's incredibly powerful. But can these systems learn and adapt over time? The supply chain is constantly evolving after all.
Excellent question, Ram. And that leads us to our final and most advanced lens, cognitive analytics. Think of this as the ultra-smart robot or AI assistant of supply chain analytics. It can learn, adapt, and even make decisions with minimal human intervention.
So it's like having an AI-powered supply chain manager. In essence, yes.
Cognitive analytics leverages artificial intelligence and machine learning to analyze vast amounts of data, identify patterns, and make intelligent recommendations. It can even automate complex decisions, optimize workflows, and identify opportunities for innovation.
Wow, that sounds like something straight out of a sci-fi movie. But how does all of this work together in the real world? Let's take a real-world example. Imagine a global coffee company. They use descriptive analytics to track coffee bean shipments from various sources. So they know how much coffee they're receiving and from where. Exactly. Now, let's say there's a sudden dip in shipments from a particular region. Diagnostic Analytics helps them identify the cause. Perhaps a labor strike or unfavorable weather conditions are disrupting harvests. I see. So they know why they're not getting their usual coffee bean supply. Right. Now, this is where predictive analytics comes in. Based on historical data and current trends, it predicts a potential coffee bean shortage in the coming months. And that's where prescriptive analytics steps in to save the day? Exactly. Prescriptive analytics kicks into gear, suggesting alternative sourcing options, adjusting inventory levels, and even recommending a temporary price adjustment to manage the anticipated shortage. And with cognitive analytics, these decisions can be made even faster and with greater precision, as the system learns and adapts to new information in real time. This means that businesses can stay ahead of the curve, making proactive decisions rather than reactive ones. So, it's not just about using one type of analytics, but rather integrating them all to create a truly intelligent and responsive supply chain. Imagine the power of combining predictive, prescriptive, and cognitive analytics. Precisely. It's like an orchestra, Ram. Each instrument plays its part, but when they all come together in harmony, the result is a beautiful symphony of efficiency and profitability. Just like in an orchestra, where timing and coordination are key. That's a great analogy, Shyam. I never thought I'd see the day when supply chain management was compared to a symphony, but it makes perfect sense. Each component of the supply chain, from sourcing to inventory to pricing, must work in concert to achieve optimal results. When they do, The outcome is not just efficient, but also highly profitable, and that's the true power of integrated analytics. But it's true, and the future of supply chain analytics is even more exciting. We're talking about self-learning systems, predictive maintenance, blockchain-enabled transparency, and even autonomous delivery networks. It sounds like the future of supply chain management is already here. This technology has the potential to revolutionize how businesses operate. Absolutely! Companies that embrace the power of integrated analytics will be the ones leading the charge in the years to come. I'm starting to see how understanding supply chain analytics isn't just for tech wizards anymore. It's becoming essential for anyone who wants to thrive in today's business world.
In summary, supply chain analytics is a powerful tool that can transform the way businesses operate. By leveraging data, companies can gain insights, predict trends, and make informed decisions. Visuals show graphs, charts, and key points discussed in the video. From improving efficiency to enhancing customer satisfaction, the benefits are immense. The integration of advanced analytics into supply chain management is not just a trend, but a necessity for staying competitive in today's fast-paced market. Visuals display key benefits such as improved efficiency, enhanced customer satisfaction, and competitive advantage. As we've explored, the future holds even more exciting developments, from self-learning systems to autonomous delivery networks. Visuals illustrate futuristic concepts like autonomous delivery drones and blockchain networks. The key takeaway? Embrace the power of analytics and your business will not just survive, but thrive in the ever-evolving landscape of supply chain management. Visuals conclude with a powerful visual of a thriving business ecosystem, highlighting the integration of analytics.
Exactly, Ram. Supply chain analytics is essential for modern businesses. It helps us use data to make better decisions, streamline operations, and stay ahead in a competitive market. Thanks for explaining that, Sham. I now understand how crucial supply chain analytics is. Anytime, Ram. It's all about leveraging data for success. In the vast world of business, there's always more to learn and improve.
As they continued their conversation, the importance of supply chain analytics became even clearer, promising a future filled with new opportunities and growth.